morning, my dear students. In today's class, we are going to see Civics Unit 2 Central Government of India. The central government is the supreme government in our country. The headquarters of the central government is at New Delhi. The makers of the Indian Constitution, by giving due recognition to the vastness and plural character of our nation, have provided a federal arrangement for our governance. The central government consists of three organs, namely Union Executive, Legislature, and Judiciary. Union Executive consists of the President of India, the Vice President, and the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister and the Attorney General of India. The legislature is known as the Parliament. It consists of two houses, namely the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. The Union Judiciary consists of the Supreme Court of India. The President of India. The President is a nominal executive authority. He is designated as a first citizen of India. He is the supreme commander of the armed forces. According to Article 53 of the Constitution, the executive power of the Union shall be vested in the President, which shall be exercised by him directly or through officers subordinate to him in accordance with Constitution. Qualification for the election as President. He should be a citizen of India. He must have completed the age of 35 years. He must not hold any office of profit under the union, state or local government. He should have the other qualifications required to become a member of the Lok Sabha. His or her name should be proposed by at least 10 electors and seconded by another 10 electors of the Electoral College, which elects the President. The President cannot be a member of Parliament or of a state legislature. Election of the President. The President is elected by an Electoral College in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. The Electoral College consists of the elected members of both houses of Parliament and the elected members of the states and elected members of National Capital Territory of Delhi and Puducherry. The President is elected for a term of 5 years and can be re-elected. Powers of the President. Executive powers. Article 77 requires that every executive action of the Union shall be taken in the name of the President. He appoints the Prime Minister and the other members of the Council of Ministers, distributing portfolios to them on the advice of the Prime Minister. He appoints governors of the state, the Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts, the Attorney General, the Controller and Auditor General, the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners, the Chairman and other members of the Union Public Service Commission, ambassadors and high commissioners to other countries. The legislative powers. He inaugurates the session of the Parliament by addressing it after the general election and also at the beginning of the first session each year. All bills passed by the Parliament become laws of act only after getting assent of the President. Money bills cannot be introduced in the parliament without his approval. He can even dissolve the Lok Sabha before the expiry of the term of the House. He nominates 12 persons who are eminent in literature, science, sports, art, and social service to the Rajya Sabha. He can also nominate 2 persons belonging to Anglo-Indian community to the Lok Sabha. Financial powers. Annual budget of the central government is presented before the Lok Sabha by the Union Finance Minister only with the permission of the President. No demand for a grant can be made except on his recommendation. He constitutes a finance commission after every 5 years. Judicial powers. Article 72 confers on the President's power to grant pardons, reprieves, respites, or remissions of punishment, or to commute the sentence of any person convicted of an offense. Military powers. Article 53(2) lays down that the supreme command of the defense force of the Union shall be vested in the President, and the exercise thereof shall be regulated by law. Diplomatic powers. The President appoints Indian diplomats to other countries and receives foreign diplomats posted to India. All treaties and agreements with foreign states are entered into in the name of the President. Emergency powers. The President has been empowered by the Constitution to proclaim national emergency under Article 352, state emergency under Article 356, financial emergency under Article 360. Removal of the President. The President may, by writing under his hand addressed to the Vice President, resign his office. The President may, for violation of the Constitution, be removed from office by impeachment in the manner provided in Article 61. It must be supported by not less than 1/4 of the total strength of the House for its introduction. The President shall, in spite of the conclusion of his term, continue to hold office until his successor enters upon his office. Vice President of India. The Vice President occupies the second highest office in the country. This office has been created to maintain the political continuity of the state. Qualifications for the election as Vice President. He should be a citizen of India. He must have completed the age of 35 years. He must not hold any office of profit under the union, state, or local government. He should have the other qualifications required to become a member of the Rajya Sabha. Election and term of the Vice President. The Vice President is elected by the method of indirect election. The term of office of the Vice President is 5 years. His office may terminate earlier than the fixed term, either by resignation, death, or by removal. He is eligible for re-election. Functions of the Vice President. The Vice President is ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. He regulates the proceedings of the House. He decides the order of the House. He decides the admissibility of a resolution or questions. He suspends or adjourns the House in case of a grave disorder. When the President is unable to discharge his duties due to illness or absence from the country, he attends to the functions of the President for a maximum period of 6 months. Removal of the Vice President. The Vice President may be removed from his office by a resolution of the Council of States passed by a majority of all the then members of the Council and agreed to by the House of the People. With this, Civics second lesson, Central Government of India Part 1 is over, my dears. We will continue the lesson in the next online class. Thank you, my dears. Thank you.